your daddy told you about.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. And stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer from Denny Menholt Toyota. Use your phone. It's fast and easy. Pull up our website, click on Value Trade-In, scan your VIN, and tell us about your car. You are on your way to a no-hassle, no-commitment cash offer on your vehicle in under 5 minutes. Bring your vehicle and your Kelley Blue Book Instant Cash Offer to Denny Menholt Toyota. See you soon at Denny Menholt Toyota, Rapid City.
Now that we're in the final quarter of the year, it's time to start thinking about the 2022 tax year. W-2s and 1099s are scheduled to be out in January, but don't worry, Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping Services has you covered. They stay on top of the ever-changing tax laws impacting small businesses and corporations. Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping has your best interests at heart. Don't wait until the last minute. Get a head start on your 2022 taxes. Call Jennifer Young or go to jenniferyoungsbookkeeping.com or find her on Facebook.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers is a trusted real estate advisor in the Black Hills. She brings precision, dedication, and clear communication to every transaction. Melissa focuses on service, not sales, always putting her clients first. She's also passionate about supporting local youth activities, helping to strengthen communities and build a brighter future for our kids. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Melissa is here to guide you every step of the way. Stop in or call Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers today.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome to Carroll Higher Gymnasium and tonight's Class AA Volleyball contest featuring the visiting Rapid City Central Cobblers and the host tonight, the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. We will turn it over for a pregame overcap of the Central Cobblers and their season.
Thank you, Jared. Tom Anderson with you on LiveTicket.tv as we bring you Cobbler Raiders from Carroll Higher Gymnasium. This match originally scheduled for Central, but their first meeting of the season, it was even hotter than today, and they moved the first contest to Howard Nas. That contest won by Rapid City Stevens. They continued their winning streak. That dated back to 2019. These two teams met in 2 tournaments, with the Raiders taking the Gillette Thunder Basin tournament 2-0 to keep that streak going. Rapid City Central got revenge a couple of weeks ago in the Invitational tournament here in Rapid City. Cobblers in that tournament started off a little shaky. They were down 16-24 in the opening set to Custer, rallied for 10 straight points. They did not lose a set through their first 5 matches, including a 2-0 sweep over Rapid City Stevens, before falling to Dakota Valley and taking second place in that tournament. They played Douglas last Tuesday. They won that 3-1 before dropping a couple last weekend to the Sioux Falls Jefferson and Sioux Falls Roosevelt. I had a chance to watch the Roosevelt game. Roosevelt, a very solid team. Cobblers didn't play nearly as well. They got a shot of confidence in that Invitational after that opening set comeback, and they rolled with that confidence all the way through that tournament. Now we'll see if they can continue that throughout the season. They are led by a sophomore, Aurora Prudich, who had 13 kills against Douglas, is a little bit more quiet in the opening set against Roosevelt before she came on, ended up with double-digit kills in that set as well. Kayla Sharts, the other big hitter for the Cobblers. Aubriana Harbison runs the show for Rapid City Central. Under first-year coach Reese New, they are 9-9 on the season. They have their next match after tonight. They will be at home against Mitchell and Huron. For some reason, there's a 2-week delay in the schedule, and I actually think for the Raiders, they will play Douglas, and then they have almost 3 weeks before they play on the road at Sioux Falls and Brandon Valley. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back with more from Carroll Higher Gymnasium on LiveTicket.tv.
For 125 years, Security First Bank has been the bank, a dependable fixture of the community and innovators of what comes next. As we celebrate our history, we remain committed to your dreams with dedicated and driven people, expertise, and attention. Because when you're the bank, you're driven by the people who are your customers, neighbors, and friends. And that's been our commitment since 1898. Security First Bank. We're the bank.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Tonight in this crosstown rivalry, at the time these rankings were checked, the Stevens Raiders come in at number 13 with 40.438 seed points, and the Central Cobblers, under first-year head coach Reese New, move up and are number 12 with a 9-9 record with 40.667 points. Your officials tonight will be Tanya Nelson and Leanne Hollinshead, and your lines officials will be Nate Montgomery and George Lee. All 4 of these officials have lots of experience, and they should be able to call a pretty good match here, as we have watched over the course of tournaments and single school matchups that the speed of play and pace of play and the power of play for Class AA volleyball has been pretty impressive over the last this season for sure that we've been calling. Again, you're joining us on subscription-free live streaming on GoRaidersLive.com. You can also find this on GoCentralCobblersLive.com or GoCobblers.com. And you can also go to YouTube and search either Stevens Raiders or Central Cobblers. And Live Ticket TV will bring you subscription-free high school athletics from Rapid City area schools. Once we get set here and the warm-ups are over, we'll turn over to the PA announcer, Jason Hafner, one of the best in the game. I'd like to shout out to the sports medicine staff before we get started here and thank them for being here. Black Hills Surgical Hospital, Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center. Tonight, Brad Gilbert, Scott Baird, and Caitlin Smith will be covering this one. And tomorrow all day, those athletic trainers will be at the Rapid City Cross Country Invitational, where there's over 30 teams that will converge onto Hart Ranch Resort, and that's always a good preview to the state meet, especially this season, as towards the end of October, the state cross country meet on October 26th will be held on that same course. So great for Rapid City to have that, and we're really looking forward to that. Preview for the Raiders tonight. The Raiders' main uniform will be the light or white uniform with their libero wearing dark. Central will be vice versa there, wearing dark and their libero wearing light. Some keys for the Raiders tonight is they really have to settle in and play in system. When they play in system, they're tough. How do they play in system? They have to win the serve-pass battle. Against tough Sioux Falls teams, they didn't play terrible, but they weren't able to get into system because the serving of both number 1 ranked Sioux Falls Jefferson and number 4 Sioux Falls Roosevelt was too good, too effective, and Raiders will have to start tonight with that in mind. And as Coach Montague will say, just the communication and, playing for each other, and, passers got to pass, setters got to set, and hitters got to hit. So other than that, it's pretty simple. If the progression is there, the Raiders will look to score a lot of points, and they'll do that behind the setting of junior setter Aspen Montague. And Aspen has done a nice job. Will hustle and try to get under every ball, and at the same time is kind of an inherent defensive specialist as well, and she'll go to the floor for a lot of balls. On the receiving end of her sets will be the junior Avery Aves Krause. Aves isn't the tallest, but as the AVES implies, if you're a science person, that refers to the bird family. She can get up. She's got some flight. She can hang. And if she gets on top of the ball, she's very effective. Also hitting will be Brianna Brewer, Sid Squish-Wathan. Those two, both seniors, and also senior Cecilia Cheyenne in the middle. And joining her in the middle as hitters are Reagan Broderick. And we can also look for Addison Benson. And then coming in off the bench to hit for the Raiders is Mackenzie Mack Schreiber and Erica Goose Clough. The libero for the Raiders is Macy May Davis. She will try to get every ball, and with her and Sid Wathan and Bree Brewer in the backcourt, you essentially have 3 liberos, and they don't let much fall. So we're looking forward to a really good one. As was mentioned earlier, the Cobblers coming off of a big win, and as mentioned, the first one since 2019, and that was a best 2 out of 3, but still under first-year head coach Reese New, the Cobblers' record is already competitive, and what I was able to take in from the match on Friday against number 1 Jefferson is, Central was 25-23, 25-20 in the first 2 sets, and so hats off to Coach New and being competitive, and hats off to first-year head coach Lindsey Montague for the Raiders for having to navigate a lot of adversity this fall and bringing the Raiders to this point. We'll now turn it over to the public address announcer, Jason Hafner.
Welcome to Carroll Higher Gymnasium for this crosstown rivalry between the visitors, Rapid City Central Cobblers, and your Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Both schools are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association, who have adopted the rules under which the games are conducted. A strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to this activity's success. We encourage you to cheer for your favorite team during tonight's volleyball match. At the same time, please demonstrate the respect you would like to be shown as visitors on their campus. Unruly, threatening, or obscene behavior will not be condoned in tonight's match. Thank you for your cooperation and support. And now it's time for our national anthem. We honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Please rise as we remind everyone in attendance that proper respect is to face the flag. Remove your hat or cap and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may salute the flag. Now introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Central Cobblers.
Saw a couple of players on the past weekend get some playing time that we didn't even see in the tournament, but they will start this way. Aubrion Harbison, one of their captains, she's a 5'7" senior. Aubrey Saints will be the libero, 5'5" senior. Kayla Schartz, number 7, she is a 6' senior. Bailey Baird Tripp, we saw her play in both the JV and varsity side of things in the invitational tournament. Got a little bit of playing time against Roosevelt and Douglas. She makes the starting lineup here tonight, 5'4" junior. Number 10, Kaya Strasser, a 5'10" junior. Leah Landry wears number 15. She's a 5'9" sophomore. And Aurora Prudich, one of the other captains, a 5'11" sophomore, the leading hitter for the Cobblers this season, the other captain for the Cobblers. Ellie Nelson, we had not seen her play at all this year, but she was on the floor against Roosevelt.
And now we'll bring you the lineup for the Stevens Raiders. Reagan Broderick, the regulator, will be in the middle. Sid Squish Wathan, the senior outside hitter. Avery Aves Krause, junior hitter. Senior number 9, Cecilia C.C. Shine in the middle. Bree Brewer, senior outside hitter. And the setter, the junior, Aspen Montague. And Macy May Davis will wear the blue shirt and be the libero tonight for the Raiders. Raiders, again, coached by first-year head coach Lindsey Montague.
For Rapid City Central, we did not see Aubrey Sains play against Roosevelt. She ran the libero position through the tournament against Douglas. Those are the matches that we covered. She is back in the starting lineup tonight. Victoria Brozick, who we saw in the first Cobbler Raider game, did not play at all during the tournament or against Douglas. So we'll see if Brozick will be in the rotation here tonight. We expect we'd also see Hannah Lapp. She will rotate in, a very accomplished setter. She is a senior. So we'll get ready to get things started here. The Cobblers in the red uniforms with the white numbers and trim. Raiders in their white. Sains will normally replace Strasser in the Cobbler lineup as they make their libero switches. We'll see how they started off. Now for the Raiders, who does Davis usually come in for?
She usually rolls in for Shine. One of the middles, yeah. Shine or Broderick, whoever's that middle.
Yep, it'll be Shine that'll be sitting down. It looks like the Cobblers will be on the serve.
Number 1, Adriana Harbison.
Well, Sains is still sitting on the sideline. And there she goes, and that will be Strasser sitting down. So it will be the senior, Harbison, with the serve, right-handed serve. And she will serve just right of center, sends it deep corner. That is bounced up and deep. Davis with the save, free ball over. Cobblers will set it. Sains goes to Harbison, middle hit by Schartz. That's too far, side out Raiders.
Just a bit long there on the kill attempt. Nice student crowd here. Right in front of us is the Stevens student section, and in the corner in yellow minion wear, that's pretty impressive for the Central Cobblers. Montague opens the serving for the Raiders. Set, and that's down.
That was Prudich with the kill, so she has one early here, and the Cobblers tie it up one apiece. It will be Prudich going back to the service line. Prudich, just a sophomore, already the leader of the Cobblers, great all-around player. Defensively, she plays that back line so well. Good server, and she'll run up the line, jump and set a diver to Davis. Montague sets left side, push it over. Harbison goes the wrong way, goes to Sains. There is a cross-court hit, played in the back row, set by Montague, right side Kraus. Prudich pops it up. Harbison will set. They will try Richard, who's checked into the lineup. Harbison with the save. Sains, Richard will try again. Left side, that's in on the back corner. So I didn't see Richard sneak in. They had in the starting lineup Bailey Baird Tripp, but it's Richard in the front line along with Prudich and Schartz now. Their strongest, or check that, Landry, Schartz and Richard, and Prudich still on the serve. Cobblers up 2-1. That is played in the back by Brewer, set by Montague. The run by Wathen. Cobblers will bump it. Richard try it again. Davis one time over. That'll be out of bounds. The Cobblers go up 3-1 as Richard gets her second kill. Cobblers serving right to left here as we sit up at midcourt across from the scorer's table at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Prudich with the run and the jump. So he'll send that deep. Davis will pop it up. Montague, middle set, and that's put away by Broderick.
The sophomore, number 2, Reagan the Regulator Broderick, got a nice set and system there. And so far, the Cobblers have been winning the serve pass battle. Sid Squish-Wathen with the little running jumper. It's a good one. Set by Harbison, put down by Schartz. That's just too good. Side out Cobblers.
And that's the power that Schartz brings. If she can get the good set, she gets on a roll, she can really dominate that middle. Sains will check out. Strasser will come back in, join the front line of Richard and Landry. It'll be Schartz serving from the left side with the right hand, takes a couple steps up. That is bumped from the back, set by Montague. Free ball over. Prudich with the bump pass. Set, Richard slams it home. Richard with her third kill of the first set, and the Cobblers lead at 5-2. Schartz sets up for serve number 2. Schartz, Harbison, and Prudich in the back row for Rapid City Central. Served by Schartz. That's going to go deep, but it's played by Davis. Montague bumps it up. Brewer with the big set, and he gets it inside the line. Kill for the Raiders.
Kill for the senior, number 10, Brianna Bree Brewer. Going back behind the line will be the sophomore, number 2, Reagan, the regulator Broderick. She'll approach with a little runner. Short over, handled by the Cobblers. Overpass touch by Shine. Couldn't get on the top of it, so Cobblers will take this one, but hit into the net. That one's hit into the net by the hot hand sophomore, Aurora Prudich. Broderick goes behind the line again. Raiders will have Shine, Brewer, and Kraus. Broderick, another good serve. Prudich goes back. Harvison has to get on the ground for it. Sid Squish-Wathen plays it up. Montague set to Brewer, and it's played with a touch, but it's going to be a lift. And the call is right on that. Isabel Richard tried to get under it and just couldn't. We're tied at 5. Broderick, the sophomore. Walking approach, and then that little hop serve, and it's another good one. Prudich puts it up nicely to Harvison. Good set. Richard turned away, but Harvison right there. Out of system set there. Brewer, Montague, back row Wathen, handled by Sains. Prudich from the back row. Broderick sets it up. Wathen tries to play a pass as a set to Brewer, side out Cobblers.
Yeah, Brewer not quite enough elevation, and the pass not quite enough elevation. Cobblers up 6-5, and it'll be Leah Landry on the serve for the Cobblers. Sends it deep. Davis up front to Montague, comes right side, pushed over. Harvison will set. Richard will swing. Davis with the bump, overpass, and at the net it is Strasser winning the battle. And the Cobblers will go up 7-5 now. Leah Landry, 5'9" sophomore. They rotated her out of the serving position during the tournament, but the last 3 matches now she stayed in. She does a pretty good job of serving the ball up for the Cobblers. She'll stand deep in the corner, take a couple of steps up, send it deep, and that is too hot to handle for Kraus. And that will be an ace for Leah Landry, and the Cobblers lead it by 3, 8-5. Landry also an outstanding basketball player. Sends a screamer back to Davis. Montague on the set. The hit by Kraus. Prudich goes down, digs it up. Harvison sets it to Richard. Blocked at the net, but out of bounds it goes. That was Kraus at the net along with Schreiber. And the Cobblers go up by 4 now here in set number 1, 9-5. Vastly different start for Rapid City Central than in the first regular season meeting. And Landry sends it into the net. Side out to the Raiders.
That service here will bring up number 5, junior hitter, Avery Aves Kraus. Guys!
Gentlemen.
Kraus, little running jumper.
Hey, guys.
That's going to go long. And that's escorted out of bounds by Landry, who did a nice job. It'll be side out to the Cobblers.
Served by Richard. It's going to be played by Wathen. Pushed over by Brewer to the back. Richard. Harvison will set. Here's Prudich with the cross court. Played well by Davis. Montague will set. Goes cross court to Brewer. Block at the net for the Cobblers. Montague pushes over, finds the hole in the donut.
Great job there. Sid Squish-Wathen kept that alive for the Raiders. And Aspen Montague with a little setter savvy there. Saw the hole in the donut, went to the center of the campfire. Side out Raiders, point Raiders. Serving is senior Bree Brewer. Little running jumper. It's a good one, deep. Sains is there. Harvison. Prudich in the net. Turned away, overpass, joust. Ball's kept alive, but it goes over the Raider bench for a side out back to the Cobblers.
Harvison got there quickly. Sent it over the net. The Raiders couldn't play it. Cobblers lead it by 4, 11-7, and it will be the libero, Aubrey Sains, 5'5" senior. Stands way behind the baseline, take a couple of steps up, send it back deep. That'll be bumped by Kraus. Montague goes left side to Wathen, sends it back, and that is out. Just past the end line, and the Cobblers lead goes to 5, 12-7 here in set number 1. We'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back with more Cobbler Raider Volleyball on LiveTicket.tv.
signature wings, world-class burgers, and the best steak in Rapid City. All that plus a perfect spot to watch the game found right here in Rapid City at Shooters. From its full and complete menu and its one-of-a-kind dessert menu, Shooters has everything you want. Also looking for a little value in your meal? Order online or by the Shooters app and use the promo code LIVETICKET to receive 20% off your order. Again, that's LIVETICKET for 20% off at Shooters in Rapid City.
We're back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. First set, Cobblers lead at 12-7. It will be Sains continuing the serve out of the timeout. For the Raiders up front, they will have Wathen and Schreiber flanking Montague on that front line. Here comes the serve by Sains. It'll go deep. Bumped up by Kraus. Montague will set. Wathen tips it over. Can't get it over, though. Tried to get the little cutter tip along the net, and the Cobblers up by 6, their biggest lead of set number 1. 13-7, Sains. Set to give it a rip and sends it into the net. Second service error by the Cobblers gives the side-out point to the Raiders.
Serving for the Raiders will be the junior libero, number 1, Macy May Davis. See if she can get on a service roll here. And again, the Raiders looking to improve in the serve-pass battle. That one is off of...
that was Bailey Baird Tripp who's just rotated in for the Cobblers.
Off of Baird Tripp, out of bounds. Point for the Raiders. And Davis will serve again. Davis comes to the line. Nice one there. Baird up. Harvison. That time, too good. Great set there. And Sharts with the kill. Side out to the Cobblers.
14-9, Rapid City Central with the lead, and it will be Harbison rotating back to that service line for Rapid City Central, one of their most consistent performers from the service line. One step, goes back corner, played by Kraus. Montague sets, right side, push it deep. Harbison will pop it up front. Sains with the bump set, and there's Prudich, and that's just inside the line. Prudich with another kill. I think that's 2 for her here in the first set. Here's the serve. Kraus, bit of an overpass into the net. Landry was there, and it will be point Cobblers. Raiders gonna do a quick little huddle as they trail by 7 now, 16-9. And Harbison goes deep back. Brewer, Montague, Wathen with the swing. Cobblers with the block. They'll set it up. Harbison, here comes Prudich. Goes cross court. Davis, Brewer with the save. Punched over by Wathen. Prudich a little too close. Harbison with the save. Shards with the one-handed hit. Raiders will play it to Wathen. Blocked at the net. That is Landry with the big block for Rapid City Central. And the Cobblers up by 8 now. And you can see their confidence growing. They lead at 17-9 here in set number 1. Raiders trying to regroup. It will be Harbison on the service for the Cobblers. Brewer goes down for it. Montague sets it. There's Wathen. Little tip at the net. Set by Harbison. Left side, here comes Prudich. Blocked at the net. And the Raiders can't come up with a Prudich kill number 3 here in set number 1. And the Cobblers have doubled up the Raiders now, 18-9. And Harbison has a couple of balls to choose from now. Takes one, kicks the other towards the minions in the corner. And Harbison will send it back deep middle. Brewer, Montague at the set, and the swing. Cobblers can't come up with it. That was Broderick on the kill for the Raiders.
Side out to the Raiders. Point Raiders. Montague goes behind the line. Reagan, the regulator. Broderick with the kill. Montague, a little running jumper. Drives it back. Nice job there by Sains. Harbison hustles to the net. Sharts. This time Brewer's there, but tip out of the net. That's going to be 4. Side out Cobblers.
And Rapid City Central up by 9, 19-10. Prudich, number 19, going back to serve for Rapid City Central. Shearer's checked in for the Raiders. Prudich with the run, the jump, sends it back row. Brewer bumps it up. Shear with the set. Right side, Wathen with the swing. Back row saved by Harbison. Saint sets it up. Blocked at the net, and that is another kill for Richard. That is kill number 4 here in the first set for Richard. And the Cobblers hit 20. They lead it by 10, 20-10. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. Back with more Cobbler Raider volleyball from Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Go RaidersLive.com, go CobblersLive.com, all part of the LiveTicket.tv network.
Belly Brothers Auto Tech is the bark of the town. Belly Brothers is one of the top-rated local auto shops in South Dakota. From an oil change to transmission repairs, they'll treat your car with exceptional service at reasonable rates, with plenty of financing options also available. Holding an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau since 2008, Belly Brothers will get your tail wagging. And visit Jennifer Young next door for your tax accounting needs.
The Denny Meadows.
Back with set number 1. It'll be Prudich serving for Rapid City Central. 20-10 lead for the Cobblers here. They struggled against the Raiders. Had not beat the Raiders since 2019 before taking them on in the city tournament. And again, a different night here so far, at least in the first set, than what we saw in the opening match of the regular season between these two teams. Shear with the bump set, push it over deep. Sains will bump to the front row. Harbison on the run. Richard off the block, out of bounds, and it'll be Cobblers up by 11 now. Broderick at the net. Couldn't get the block over, and Prudich will stay on the service line for Rapid City Central. It's Landry, Richard, and Schartz. Very strong front line for the Cobblers. Prudich, Harbison, and Saints in the backcourt for Rapid City Central. Shear on the set, the push over. Bumped up by Sains. Harbison with the set. Schartz with the middle hit. We'll go deep to Davis. Shear sets it up. Wathen knocks it over. The Cobblers keep it alive. Richard rolls it over. Bumped up by Brewer. Set by Shear. Push it back. Kraus. Harbison. Overpass. Played by the Raiders. Cobblers to keep it alive. And we have the whistle be point Raiders.
Since Chris Wathen will go over the line on the violation. Up official Tanya Nelson made the call. Senior, number 3, Sid Squish Wathen, little jumper. It's a good one. Saints handles it. Harbison, set, Shards. And that's too much for Wathen to handle, side out, Cobblers.
There's that power we talked about of Shards from that middle hit. She gets a good set, gets her timing. She is impossible to stop. Strasser will come into the front line as Sains sits down. Typical Cobbler rotation, they'll rotate the libero out when Shards goes back to the service line. That's going to be too deep, but it's played by Wathen. Shear will set it. Back set. They hit by Kraus down the line. It's in. No, out rather. I'm sorry. Read the flag the wrong way. Up is out, down is in, and the Cobblers lead it by 12, 23-11, trying to put away the first set behind the service of senior Kaylee Sharts. Rolls one over. Wathen goes down for it. Shear will set it up far side. Brewer blocked at the net. Return Harbison. The hit by Richard goes deep, but Wathen plays it. Shear sets it over to Brewer. That's going to be too deep. Cobblers let it go. Raiders have played a couple on that back line that were probably out. And the Cobblers now at set point, leading 24-11 as Sharts will return to the service line for Rapid City Central. She's prone to hitting errors from the service line. Davis, Shear, right side, the swing, and took a little off it. Side out Raiders.
Kill there by Erica Goose Clough, the sophomore. Coach Montague looking for different combinations here to try to catalyze something here as the Raiders sophomore middle Broderick with the serve. They'll run it, jumper, she'll float it. Handled, Prudich, Harbison, and that one's going to be out. So that's just long by Strasser. Broderick sophomore. There's that little walk-in running jumper. She floats it deep this time. Prudich, Harbison again. This time Richard, and that's down. Shear couldn't get it, and that's set one. We'll go to the Rapid City Central Cobblers, 25-12. We'll be right back for set two. You're following Raider Volleyball on subscription-free live streaming on Go Raiders Live, Go Cobblers Live, LiveTicketTV.com. We'll be right back.
Back at Danny Manholt Rapid Chevrolet. Save on over 400 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Fords, Rams, GMCs, Subarus, plus the area's best selection of used and certified pre-owned. Shop our best selection of new Chevys in years. Multiple appraisers on hand bidding your trade. 16 local and national lenders offering financing on the spot. No down payment and no payments for 90 days with qualified credit. Hurry, the super sale ends September 30th at Danny Manholt Rapid Chevrolet or DannyManholtRapidChevrolet.com.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Give it off to C-State, gliding to the basket. Out to 3, Jay Hayes. Good. And Eric Glenn wants to stop the music.
September is sport utility season at Danny Manholt Rushmore Honda. That means great offers on late model SUVs, Fords, GMCs, Toyotas, Nissans, Jeeps, Subarus, Chevys, and more. Get 5.89% APR financing for 63 months on used. Plus, we have the area's best selection of pre-owned Honda and Honda certified pre-owned trucks and SUVs. Upgrade your SUV before the snow flies and get 5.89 APR financing for 63 months at Danny Manholt Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
We're back at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. The Cobblers have broke the huddle. The Raiders still in the huddle. Head coach Lindsey Montague trying to get things squared away and get the Raiders to get ready to come back in set two. Cobblers take set one, 25-13. And as we did the pregame, we keyed on some key players, and some of the key players for the Cobblers were their long, strong middle hitters, Landry, Schartz, Prudich. And we talked about the Raiders, the importance of winning the serve-pass battle, and the Cobblers served very well in the opener, and now both teams have broken the huddle. Down official Leanne Hollinshead will look at her rotation card for both teams and make sure that everybody's in order.
Hey, ladies, we're calling the game. We can't stay. We need you to move, please. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So behind the line serving is junior Aspen Montague to open set two. Raiders start with a good one. Prudich handles it. Harvison, little dump over. Raiders are there, but Harvison with the second touch kill. Side out.
Heads up by Harbison. She's good at that. Saw the opening. And she will go back to open the serve for the Cobblers. Baird Tripp out there along with Sains in the back row with Harbison. Wathen up front, the swing. Played over the net by Cobblers. Almost an overpass. Good set. Wathen pushes it over. Both teams trying to get their offenses in gear rather, and Sharks misplays that. Side out for the Raiders.
Side out. Harvison got caught to the net and just had to do a one-handed set, so it threw timing off. Sid Squish Wathen, the senior, will step behind the line. Little running serve. It's a good one. handled by the Cobblers. Harbison has to run back set, roll over. Wathen, Montague, Brewer, and out. Side out.
Brewer got up, too big of a swing. And the Cobblers up 2-1. Prudich, who had a good first set, had 3 kills, served well, played the back line well. We talked about what a great all-around game the sophomore has. She will step up to the line on the serve with the Cobblers leading 2-1 in the second set. The bump, the set, push it over. Harbison, Baird trip with the bump set, roll over. Raiders tap it over. Harbison again goes back to the back row on the set, and Richard with the big swing. She had a huge first set with 6 kills, make that 7 on the night, and the Cobblers lead goes to 3-1 here in set number 2. Cobblers with that first set win, 25-13. For the Raiders up front, they will have Montague, Wathen, and Broderick. There's a set. Brewer blocked at the net, and Landry can't come up with a clean block. Side out Raiders.
Serving for the Raiders will be Reagan Broderick, number 2, the sophomore. Great job there by Bree Brewer off the set of Montague to hit off the block. Drives one to Prudich. Harbison hustles to the set. Richard, and that's turned away by the combination block of Avery Aves-Krause and Mack with the Mack attack. Max Schreiber there in a combination block. A little life for the Raiders here, 3-3. Broderick, the sophomore, behind the line. This one goes into the net. Timing was off on the approach, side out Cobblers.
We didn't see too many service errors in the first set. That is the first here of the second set, and Sharts, who closed out that first set for the Cobblers from the service line, steps up with Rapid City Central leading 4-3. Sends this one deep. Davis will bump it up. Montague sets right side. Cross court hit by Krause. Cobblers will play it. Landry back set. Free ball over. There's a bump by Schreiber. Go over left side. Brewer. One hand on it by Harbison. Cobblers tap it over. Played at the net. That was Schreiber with the side out for the Raiders.
And again, another combination block there. Close to the net. Had to just roll it over right into the block of Avery Aves-Krause, the junior. And the other junior in combination, Mackenzie Mack Schreiber. Krause stands and drives one. Richard, Harbison has to roll it over. Williamson, Schreiber with a quick set attempt. Cobblers are there. Sains just has to play it over. Free ball Raiders. Wathen, Montague, Brewer, and gets on top of the ball in system. As we talked about, when the Raiders are in system, when the Pasteur battle, they're tough, and they're the senior Bree Brewer gets on top of the ball and leaves a bottom mark on the floor. It's 5-4 Raiders. Avery Aves-Krause with another good serve. Pushes the Raiders back. Prudich handles it. Harbison, good set. Richard, full swing, and this time the block, combination block can't be there, side out.
So Richard, who was hot in the first set with 6 kills, has a couple of kills here in set number 2, and the Cobblers and Raiders are tied up at 5 apiece. Leah Landry to do the serving honors for Rapid City Central. We'll send that one just over the net. The bump by Krause. Montague sets. Brewer sends it deep. Bumped up in the air by Landry. Harbison to Richard, has the hot hand, and that is out.
Brewer off the side out will serve for the Raiders. They lead by 1, set 2. Trail is set 0-1. Bree Brewer, little running jumper. Pretty consistent. Sains tries to go down for it, but it's over the Cobbler bench for an ace. 7-5 Raiders. Bree Brewer will go back behind the line. Brewer, little running jumper. Gets it over. Nice job there getting low for the Cobblers. Harbison puts it up. Free ball. Brewer, Montague, quick set. Schreiber tapped over. Cobblers are there. Good play by them. Richard rolls it over. Diving save by Brewer. They have to get it over. She rolls it over. Sains is there. Harbison with the set. Richard off the touch. Brewer's there. Montague side set. Pretty close to net. Joust! But over on the net and under the net on the Raiders.
The Cobblers end up with the point off that. Back and forth. 6 serving 7. Isabel Richard approaches, drives it deep. Popped up by Kraus. Bumps up by Montague. Push it over. Landry sets it up front to Harbison. Strasser tries to go deep corner. And that one's out.
Good kill attempt there by the Cobblers, but just long. And number 7, libero coming in for the Cobblers. And this is a strategy coach has been using, interchanging liberos. Josie Williamson, the junior, will serve. She drives one-handled. And Prudich just has to roll it over. Brewer, Montague, Wathen. Wathen was a low set, had to push it over deep. Harbison, deep set. Prudich turned away, but the Cobblers are there. Prudich again winds up. Sidskrish Wathen's there. Montague, a little tap over. Prudich plays it over the head. Harbison has to pass set, and a rollover free ball. Brewer, Montague, Sidskrish Wathen over the top and a kill down the line, and that was a laser. Sidskrish Wathen, the senior, put eyes on that one and found the corner, and a timeout for the Cobblers. You're enjoying Rivalry Volleyball subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, GoCobblersLive.com. We'll be right back.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
We're back off the timeout taken by Coach New, hoping to break up the rhythm here of junior libero number 7, Josie Williamson. Again, Raiders drop the first set, 25-13 to the Cobblers. Harbison with a good set. Prudich hits the net. Looked like a touch, but no, it's going to fall side out.
Raiders been on top of their game at the net, as pointed out. When they are in their system, they're playing tough. They lead it by 2, 9-7. Saints with the serve for Rapid City Central. Go deep to Williamson. Set across. Wathen pushes it over. Cobblers get a couple hands on it. Sharts sends it deep and in. Sharts with another kill. She had 4 in the first set. Her first kill here in set number 2 brings the Cobblers to within 1. It'll be 8 serving 9. Aubrey Saints, senior libero, will wind it up from the left side of the lane and just skims the net. Overpass at the net. Raiders keep it alive. One-handed save by Landry. The bump set, knock over by Sharts. Played by Brewer in the back row. Set up to Wathen. She will go across court for the winner.
Wathen had to reach back, showed her athleticism, hung in the air, hit it cross court. Saints put a hand out, couldn't be there. Side out, point Raiders, the junior. Aspen Montague, the setter, with a little running jumper. Handled by the Cobblers. It's an overpass and played by the Raiders. Instead of trying to overpass kill, Wathen sets it. Montague back sets it. Avery Aves Krause in system comes flying in there and put the hammer down on that one. Serve goes to the back to the Raiders and Aspen Montague. She drives the Cobblers back. Good job there. Harbison, good set. Sharts turn back and down. And that time, Reagan, the regulator, Broderick, number 2, the sophomore, with a one-on-one block. 12-8 Raiders. Montague. The running jumper, and this one's in the net.
That's a great block by Broderick because Sharts brought the power on that swing. But off the service area, the Cobblers have the serve in the hands of Harbison. 9 serving 12, sends it really deep. Brewer plays it. Montague sets it. Back set. Oh, and the hammer is down.
Wathen again gets over the top of the ball. Aspen Montague in system getting a good pass. Serve pass battle. And that's the difference right here. Senior Sid Squish Wathen will try to open the lead for the Raiders. And that's a good one and an ace. Barely got over the net, had a knuckleball effect, dropped between 2 in, and it hit the TM on the bottom of the Stevens Raider logo. You can't get tighter than that. Senior Sid Squish Wathen serve. She goes deep and out.
Yeah, I think that serve kind of threw Landry because it looked like it was going to hit the net. It's almost like she made an adjustment up and then came back. Cobblers trail it by 4 after taking set number 1. It will be Prudich serving for Rapid City Central. Send it back deep. Brewer will play it from the far corner. Back row hit by Wathen, and it's just in.
Raiders in system again. I know it's a broken record, but Sid Squish-Wathen, the progression was there. She timed up the set. She had a great approach from the 10-foot line and put it home. Reagan Broderick, the regulator, the sophomore, drives this one deep. Handled nicely by Sains. Harvison doesn't have to move the set. And Shard, but tipped up by Broderick, the hitter. Brewer rolls one over and finds the middle of the campfire. What a get by Broderick, the middle playing in the back. She'll go back to serve again. 16-10 Raiders. And the Raiders have found a little new life here. Broderick. Steady approach. This one's a good one. Sains does a nice job. Harvison. Good set. Richard rolls it over. Brewer's there. Montague. Quick set. Schreiber gets it over. Back set. It's got to be a free ball. No, Richard will roll it over. Sid Squish-Wathen. Montague. Avery H. Krause cuts it. Too tight. Side out.
Tried to cut it across the net and too much juice on it. Cobblers hanging tough, trailing by 5, 16-11. Raiders have upped their game in this second set. It will be Schartz to serve for Rapid City Central. Bumped by Krause. Montague back set to Wathen, and Schartz can't play it.
So again, the Raiders have found something. They're going to go to their seniors, and Wathen, from probably another 5 feet behind the 10-foot line, drives one cross-court winner. Avery Aves Krause, the junior, will stand and serve this one deep. Prudich does a nice job. Harvison with the good set, but little off timing there. Free ball, Strasser. Montague, a little slide play, and the Cobblers just couldn't read that. Mackenzie Mack attacks Schreiber with the little slide play, back set by Montague, and we have a timeout for the Cobblers. Raiders open a 7-point lead, and a good one. We're going back and forth here like a prize fight. You're watching Class AA Rivalry Volleyball. Subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, GoCobblersLive.com. We'll be right back.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
We are back, and this one has been a good one, and it's got both crowds into this one. It's great to see all these kids here, and unlike the old days, these kids know each other, follow each other on social media, and so they're pretty good friends going back and forth here. Avery Aves Krause, the junior, Raiders by 7. She gets one over. Handled. Harvison, nice set this time. Richards there, but Wathen off the block touch. Montague goes over to the side of Brewer. Brewer gets on top of it, off the block touch of Landry. It goes down on the R, and it's 19-11 Raiders. Off the kill of Bree Brewer, Avery Aves Krause. Drive another one. Good one. Prudich handles it nicely. Harvison, good set. This one's down in the net, but handled. No, it's going to be 4. Didn't clear the net, and that's 4. Raiders first to 20. Winning the serve pass battle in this one. And as mentioned earlier, doing a better job covering the net. Avery Aves Krause. Drives one. Prudich. Harvison, good set here. Richard in system. Montague has to push it back to Williamson. Rolled over by Brewer. See if the Cobblers can take advantage. Set. Richard. Off the block touch kill. And that's the difference. Staying in system. Side out.
Raiders doing a great job at the net during that run. They've opened up an 8-point lead. It'll be Leah Landry serving 12-20. Cobblers try and mount a comeback. Bump by Krause, up by Montague. Push it over. At the net again, push it again. The Cobblers running into each other, side out Raiders.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Sains was on the ground to try to get that ball. It rolled away, and Prudich almost went through to try to get it, but just couldn't. Bree Brewer, senior. 21-12. Cobblers trying to do anything to break up this momentum. They'll sub, and they'll bring in number 18. Chloe Shreve will come in for Strasser. Cobblers looking to go with some height here, counteract the net. Bree Brewer, little running jumper. It's a good one. Handled, but no, it's overpass. Wathen doesn't hit the overpass kill, goes with the hit instead, and it's off the block touch and down. Kind of caromed out for a few Cobblers. Try and go for it. Got to give them credit for that effort, but Raiders right now just too sharp. Bree Brewer, 10-point lead. The senior. State placer in javelin as well. Multi-sport athlete. Drives that one deep. Landry has to play it because it almost hit her. Harvison does a great job running into the bleachers almost to get that one. Max Schreiber, quick set. Dropped in the dome at the campfire. So turnabout is fair play. Harvison, the savvy setter, did it to Stevens earlier. And then this run of hitting, Montague, savvy play herself. Bree Brewer, 23-12. Little running jumper. Drives this one. It's going to be in, and an ace. Too much to handle. Landry had to go down low for it, and this went into the net, dropped down. It's set point here, 24-12. Raiders trying to go level in this one, a set apiece. They have 12 set points to work with. Brewer, good one. Sains handles it. Landry, pass up. Prudich, she's just going to pass it over. Brewer, Montague, Wathen with the tip, and down. And that'll be set 2 Raiders off the tip of Sid Squish Wathen. And that time no Cobbler could get it. So we'll go level at 1 set apiece. Almost mirrored scores, but in reverse. Raiders 25, Cobblers 12 in set 2. We're going to have you watch a couple replays from this action, and we'll be back for more after words from these sponsors. This is LiveTicketTV.com.
Looking for top-notch printing services? Choose Preferred Printing, your South Dakota union printer. We provide mailing services. Vehicle decals, stationery and business forms, event materials including specialty items, apparel, and more. Our skilled team brings your vision to life with exceptional quality and attention to detail. And as a locally veteran-owned shop, we're dedicated to serving our community. Experience the difference with Preferred Printing. Visit us at preferredsd.com or call 605-333-0535 today.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. And stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. We are even up 1 set apiece. The Cobblers with an outstanding first set, winning 25-13, and the Raiders is like the mirror image. The Raiders came out and played their game, dominated the front net. Unofficially 6 kills in that set for Brewer, 5 for Wathen. And we'll see who comes out and plays the same as they did in their winning set here in set number 3. If they both play winning volleyball, this is going to be an exciting third set. Best out of 5. And it will be for the Cobblers, Harbison, Baird Tripp, Sains, Prudich, Schartz, and Landry. For the Raiders, you have Broderick, Wathen, Montague on the front row. And on the back line, it is Brewer. I think Williamson is out there again. Here's the serve. That's played by Brewer. Back set Montague. The hit attempt goes out of bounds by Broderick. Wathen also in the back line for Rapid City Stevens. Harbison serving 1-0. Bumped by Brewer, set by Montague, puts it over the net. Played by the Cobblers. They'll set it to Prudich into the net and side out, Rapid City Stevens.
Yeah, bad luck there for the Cobblers. They did a nice job. Good set. Just a little off time, but again, the block was there. And after last set, that had to have an effect. Montague now with the little running jumper. It's a good one. And Prudich goes to the net. It's down. It's kept back up. Overpass. Kill by Sid Squish-Wathen. That time, no joust. She was on top of it, and the Cobbler blocker saw that and just pulled hands back, hoping it went out of bounds, but it didn't. Montague, 2-1 Raiders. Good job by Prudich. Harbison, good set. A double approach that time. Throw the Raiders off, but they get it. Wathen with the kill, cross court. It's down. Both Prudich and Sains looked at it, and it was down there, and that's Wathen that goes cross court again. Montague, the junior, with the serve. Good one, but down better was Prudich, went low. Landry rolls it over. Montague, back row set to Brewer, down off the block touch of Schartz, and the Raiders, after taking a little more time out of the set break, they've turned it around. Montague with another good one. Harbison, good serve and a good kill, but Brewer's there. Montague. Off Wathen. That's going to be out off the antenna. Side out.
Wathen with 9 kills. I thought she just picked up number 10. She, after a very quiet first set, has come alive for Rapid City Stevens. Prudich to serve for the Cobblers. They trail by a deuce, 4-2 here in set number 3. Williamson with the bump up front. The set, dump it over.
Side out there, great job. Quick set, and Reagan, the regulator, Broderick, the sophomore, is having her athleticism and length show in this one. Sid Squish-Wathen, little jumper. It's a good one, handled by Richard. Harbison, good set. Schartz taps it over. Block is there, and that's a combination block and a big hug between Avery Aves-Krause and Reagan, the regulator, Broderick, with 2 impact plays at the net. Sid Squish-Wathen, senior. Multi-sport athlete, drives it. Good job by Richard. Harbison, quick set. Schartz off the block touch there. Wathen, Montague, Avery Aves-Krause, down. No, great job. Played back. Wathen hustles, gets it. Montague, what a rally. Rolled over by Brewer, handled by Schartz. Richard rolls this one over. Williamson, Montague just has to tip it over. A joust. Set by Montague to back to Avery Krause. Down! Prudich thought about it, thought it was going out. Goes in, and that was fire from Avery Aves-Krause. Senior, Sid Squish-Wathen. See if she continues this service run for the Raiders. And we're having a conference at the net. Question of it being out or not. Up official Tanya Nelson, lots of experience, lots of state tournament. Gives her explanation, we play on. Another ball out. Wathen on a service roll here. I believe that's 4 in a row.
It's her second ace of the night.
Second ace. Sid Squish-Wathen, little running jumper, pushes it back. This time Prudich gets low. Harbison has to set it over the head. Richard rolls it. Brewer's there. Montague, backcourt set. Wathen goes in the hole. Diving is Harbison out of system. Prudich just has to put it up. Richard, Williamson handles it. Back set. Krause blocked. Kept alive by the Raiders. Brewer blocked and down.
That is Landry with the big block for Rapid City Central. Great rally Cobblers come up with the block. Shreve will come back in. Saints will sit down. Raiders just dominating at the net, though, here in the last 2 sets after the Cobblers control the net in set number 1. Sharks with the serve for Rapid City Central, sends it deep. Williamson with the bump. Montague with the set, goes cross to Brewer.
Kill. The block was there, the double block. Landry and Shreve was there, but Brewer had the strength and the height to get over the ball, drive it into the block, goes down, and stepping behind the line for the Raiders is the sophomore, number 2, Reagan Broderick. Good runner, drives this one, has to go low, Prudich does. Harbison has to tilt, Shreve just punches it over. Sits Quishwathan. Kraus with the kill, down off the block touch, and down with authority. 10-3, Raiders first to 10, set 3. This is level, set apiece. Cobblers taking the first, Raiders taking the second. Substitution by the Cobblers. Strasser will come in, Shreve will sit down. Broderick, the regulator, will serve. Drives another one. Prudich handles it. Harbison has to pass set it. Richard with a good approach. Broderick there again. Goes over and down. It went very close to the scoreboard. Didn't touch it. So by rule, it's a clean ball. And it threw off the Cobblers' Landry. And it goes down. Point Raiders. Service back to Broderick. She drives another one. Hits the tape. And great job by Prudich. Good set by Harbison. Richard rolls over, and it's going to go off the block touch, side out.
Richard picks up her 8th kill. She's been very quiet after having a big first set with 6 kills. She's added just a couple as the Raiders, again, have dominated the net. 11-4, Raiders up by 7. Landry to serve for the Cobblers. From the far right side, sends it deep and too deep.
Yeah, all night. Great job by Leah Landry. So strong. She was driving the Raiders back. That one, just a little bit of adrenaline. Goes too deep. Avery Aves Krause, the junior hitter, who's also coming alive with the serve. Cobblers, 2 of them go for it, handle it, and just tapped over, free ball. Montague with the set. Quick set, Schreiber. Schreiber goes down the line, and it's just out. Wanted a touch, and they're not going to get it.
Well, it looked like that trajectory changed off that hit as if there was a touch, but Raider fans don't like it. Serve over by Richard. Hit by Brewer. She hammers another one.
And that's going to be kill number 10 for number 10, the senior. And in for the Cobblers is number 11, Ellie Nelson, and she was Cobbler that got down low to save that other point for the Cobblers. Brewer, little running jumper, drops down, handle. Good set by Harbison. Prudich gets over the top, but Krause is there off the block touch. Montague, Sid Squishwathan, overpass, no. Schreiber plays the set, and it's going to be in the net. Cobblers, so that must be strategy. The Raiders set 1 were trying to go up and hit every overpass or joust. Now they're waiting and staying in system to get Montague in a rhythm, and boy, has that paid off. Jump serve, another good one, and it's going to be a tight set. Great one-handed punch over by Harbison. Back set, Brewer, she rocks it middle between 2 defenders, split ball, and that's going to be a timeout for the Cobblers. Raiders 15, Cobblers 5. We'll come back with Bree Brewer serving. You're watching Class AA Rivalry Volleyball, subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, GoCobblersLive.com. We'll be right back.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
We're back off that timeout. Let's see if the timeout by Coach Reese New can mess up the rhythm of this Raiders, and serve pass battle has definitely been in their favor. Brewer gets another one in deep, handled easily there by the Baird. Little tip over, but it doesn't go over, but it goes down anyway. They're gonna say a lift, so it didn't get over. The double block again was there. Mackenzie Mack attack, Schreiber, and the setter, Montague. Bree Brewer, little running jumper, drives this one deep, and handcuffed. Beard trip. Do I set it? Do I pass it? And it hit her in the hands, goes down. 17-5 Raiders. Senior Bree Brewer. Out of service run here. Another good serve. This handled better by Baird. Harvison has to pass it. Free ball over. Bree Brewer. Montague. Squish Wathen. Hits high off the block. Rolls down on the floor. The block was there, but Sid Squish-Wathen, the timing is there with the center. Gets high enough. Hits it high hands. Goes out of bounds. 18-5. Raiders and Bree Brewer. Little jumper. Another good one. Handled by Baird. Good set this time, Harbison. And that's a straight kill. And they were in system. Side out.
So Prudich, who's also been quiet in sets 2 and 3, finally gets a kill for the Cobblers. 11 kills, 3 aces for Brewer. She has just been dynamite the last 2 sets. And the Raiders lead it by 12, 18-6. Sains on the serve for Rapid City Central. Goes deep. Bumped up by Williamson. The set. Wathen rolls it. Sains can't get there.
Side out Raiders, point Raiders. What a great job by Aston Montague. She covered the entire court on a dead run to get that to Wathen. And Wathen had time to see the court. Put it cross court again. Williamson with the serve, number 7. Good serve. And Prudich tracks it down. Free ball. Sains. Avery Aves-Krause. Montague, little quick set on the slide. Broderick handled there by, that's Nelson. This is a kill. No attempt. Great job by Krause to get it up. Back row hit by Brewer. Harbison with the set. Shorts. Double push. Williamson's there. Montague. Back set Brewer. Rolls it over. Nelson's there. She's done a nice job. Harbison with the set. Prudich. Williamson's there. Montague. Sets Sid Squish-Wathen. And that's a good overpass attempt. Broderick tries to tap it down. Harbison challenge. Wins a joust.
And Broderick just kind of mistimed that a little bit. But great save off that kill attempt by Schartz for the Raiders. It'll be Harbison to serve for Rapid City Central. 7 serving 19 here in set number 3. Tied up 1 set apiece. It's been all Raiders here in set number 3. The set by Montague goes over to Wathen. Off the tip. Played on the back row by Sains. Harbison up. Roll it over. Cross set. Wathen with the touch. The bump up. Sains with the bump set. Prudich with the swing. Wathen. Montague pushes it over. Schartz played it. Cobblers couldn't get to it.
Yeah, another savvy play by Aspen Montague. And Schartz had to reach back and get a touch on it. Touch went towards the net. Hits the floor. Side out point Raiders. They're the first to 20. Montague drops one in. Knuckle floater. Does a little spin of thanks. And just Sains dove but just couldn't get there to get underneath that one. 21-7 Raiders. The junior setter, Aspen Montague, rolls another one. This one's deeper. Sains handles it. Harbison set. Off the ground. Prudich tries to roll it over, but it's long and wide on the near side. Point Raiders. Montague will continue her service run. Montague, a little walk-up floater. Another good one. Drives Prudich back. Harbison close to the net. Schartz is there. Tips it. Gets it over. And that time she found the opening. Side out.
She cut it right along the net. Good look by Schartz. Cobblers are in a hole, though. They trail by 14, 22-8, and the Raiders have been red hot these last 2 sets. Prudich and the rest of the Cobblers just need to refocus. They seem to have lost a little bit of that focus. Prudich with the serve, handled by Williamson. Montague, great second set and third set. The block, play it, Wathen, free ball over. Krause has it too deep, and the Cobblers still haven't hit double digits. They trail at 22-9. Raiders up front have Broderick and Krause and Montague. Here comes the serve go deep to Williamson. Montague with the set. The hit over, caught the cord. And it'll be point Cobblers. Caught the cord, caught the net, apparently. Cobblers hit double digits. They trail it by a dozen. It'll be 10 serving 22 when Aurora Prudich, the sophomore, sets it up. Stands a couple feet behind the baseline. Takes the run, the jump. Bumped by Brewer, set by Montague. The hit by Wathen, handled on the back row by Harbison, high in the air. Prudich at the net, and the Raiders win it. Yes. No. Yes.
Little confusion there by the up official. Clearly the ball did not come back over. The down official had it right, and even the officials sometimes just need a little refocus. Sid squished Wathen, 23-10. See if she can close this out for the Raiders. Set 3. Good drive, Sains back. She handles it. Harbison jump set. Schartz is there. They want a double hit. No. Blocked by the Cobblers. Will play back. Montague tries a quick set. Broderick doesn't. Not 4. Cobblers touch it. Driven by Kraus. Up by Harbison. Pass set. Really close to net. Tipped over and it hits the out of bounds line. So it went on the other side of the antenna because it's so close to net. Set point Raiders and the senior number 3 Sid Squish Wathen. See if they can take a 2-1 lead here. Squish drops this one down near ace, Back set to Wathen off the tape. Great job by Sains to dive and get that one. Richard rolls. Montague lays out. Williamson keeps it alive. Free ball for the Cobblers. Prudich, Harbison, good quick set, Shards, and a kill.
Shards with the big swing keeps the Cobblers in it. They trail 11-24, tied up at 1 set apiece. Cobblers won the first set 25-13. Stevens with the win in the second set 25-12. We're sitting at 24-11. So we talked about mirror sets, and it's been the Raiders putting in back-to-back sets together here. Set by Montague. Good play on the back row by Harbison. Bumped up, roll it over. Brewer with the bump. Montague with the set. Here comes Brewer with the swing, blocked and out of bounds. And that'll be the set. 25-11. Raiders with the win.
Raiders close out that set. They'll take a 2-1 lead. Our production guru here, Tyson, will play a replay and we'll go to a commercial. You're watching Class AA Rivalry Volleyball on Go Raiders Live, Go Cobblers Live.
When you ask for black...
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
set? I don't know. We're back for set 4. Raiders dropped the first set 25-13 and then have come back and have won set 2 25-12, set 3 25-11. And as the down official Leanne Hollinshead gets everybody squared away on rotations, we'll be ready to go for set 4. Like they're doing a little work on the floor, and the Raiders will open up set 4. Aspen Montague, nice night. She serves. Sains goes low, gets it. Harvison starts out with Shards, block touch, but Cobblers get it back, and Prudich will have a whack at it. Montague keeps it alive. Kraus has to come off the net, and Williamson, no communication there, side out.
Cobblers strike first here in set number 4. We're going to have a timeout. Well, it's been the Brianna Brewer show the last 2 sets. She has 3 aces on the night, 12 kills. And Sid Wathen with a couple of aces and 11 kills after neither of them played all that well in set number 1. We have a timeout on the floor. There was some student action going on between sets, and I think there's some debris out on the floor that they're trying to get cleaned up. For the Cobblers in that first set, Isabel Richard had 6 kills, and she's been quiet the last couple of sets. Cobblers just haven't been able to get their offense together, and the Raiders defensively have just had an outstanding job at the net.
And I think the mystery is, where's the towel? There, activity director Jordan Bauer found the towel, the elusive towel, Tom.
The elusive towel. I'll bet you chased a few of those in your day.
It's good break to take. Player safety. Been intense volleyball, been fast-paced, so you don't like the delay, but it's early on, and it's about player safety.
And the Raiders pointed out something right over here under the net as well.
I think in some of the fun, unintentionally, maybe a couple water drops or something got on the court.
Yeah.
Must be because all the players are kind of rubbing their shoes in, and we can hear a couple squeaks. So they're just making sure that the footing is good. So, well, looks like we're ready to go.
So for the Cobblers, Harvison is out there, and we're seeing Victoria Brozick for the first time in this match. The serve, Brewer, Montague, touch it over.
And there, quick set by Montague to Reagan, the regulator to Broderick. And out the quick set, she was already up in there and just puts it down in the space. 1-1, Sid Squish Wathen. Rolling up the sleeves and going to work. Pushes Saints back. Harvison has to track back that one. Free ball Raiders. Williamson, Montague, back set. Kraus too close to the net. Side out.
We're going to say Prudich was over the net when the ball was still playable.
Extended over the net and a playable ball. That's a great look on the mechanic there. Thank you. 2-1. Again, Wathen rolls the sleeves, go to work. Good little runner. Handled by Brozick nicely. Harvison pushed toward the net. Pushed into the corner by Landry and down. I believe it's Landry or Prudich.
Yeah, Prudich came up and pushed and saw the opening down the near side and knots it up at 2 apiece. She'll go back to serve. Richard rotates back in for the Cobblers up front along with Schartz and Landry. And Sains back in as well for Rapid City Central. Montague with the set, the push over. Now Brewer just couldn't quite get there. The set too close to the net. And the Cobblers go up 3-2. They trail 2-1 as the Raiders have dominated sets 2 and 3, especially at the net. Cobblers have been out of sync since set 1 where they looked so good. Here's the serve. Bumped by Williamson, set by Montague. Back set, Kraus with the kill.
And Landry really had no chance. Off the block touch, deflected, came right into her, and good kill. Avery Aves. Kraus gets on top of that one, puts it down behind the line for the Raiders. Number 2, sophomore, Reagan Broderick. She drives one deep. Nice job by Saints to go down. Harvison in system, but Landry hits the top of the net and falls down on Cobbler's side. Point Raiders. Broderick walks up, a little jumper, and drives this one into the top of the net. And the tape was unfriendly, back-to-back, side out.
Cobblers, again, outstanding net play in that first set. They've really struggled at the net in sets 2 and 3 as far as getting the sets and the good swings. Cross-court serve, Schartz. Cobblers will play it. Harvison, Richard, rolls it over. Hit up by Montague, saved by Williamson. Brewer knocks it over. Schartz will pop it up in the air. Harvison will back set, pushed over by Strasser, finds the donut hole. The Cobblers lead it by 1, 5-4. And it will be Schartz who closed out that first set victory at the service line. Rolls this one over. Push it by Brewer. Popped up by Prudich. The swing by Richard, blocked at the net. Richard will hit it over. Brewer with the dig. Set. Back row hit by Wathen. Popped up high by Harbison. Prudich keeps it alive. Push it over. Set. Push. There's Harbison again. Prudich pops it up. Roll over. That is Brewer getting a hand on it. Brewer with the swing will send it deep. And the Cobblers' lead is 2, 6-4. Schartz will step up. Sends it cross court again. The bump by Wathen, set by Montague, goes backside. Kraus pushes it over. Cobblers can't put it over the net. Side out Raiders.
Avery Aves Kraus puts that one in a position where the Cobbler had to reach back to try to pass it, and this was too tough in an angle. Avery will step back behind the line, stands, drives this one. Handled by Sains. Harvison. Richard drives it into the net, but it's out off the double block. Side out.
Cobbler lead at 2, 7-5, and it'll be Landry to serve for the Cobblers. Leah Landry takes a couple of steps, goes to Williamson, middle back row, and the Raiders can't put it over as Montague got tied up off the pass. And it'll be a timeout Raiders. They trail it by 3, 8-5 here in set number 4. The Raiders up 2 sets to 1. This is Cobbler Raider Volleyball on liveticket.tv.
Kelly Blue Book Instant Cash Offer from Denny Menholt Toyota. Use your phone. It's fast and easy. Pull up our website, click on Value Trade-In, scan your VIN, and tell us about your car. You are on your way to a no-hassle, no-commitment cash offer on your vehicle in under 5 minutes. Bring your vehicle and your Kelly Blue Book Instant Cash Offer to Denny Menholt Toyota. See you soon at Denny Menholt Toyota, Rapid City.
Cobblers lead at 8-5 for the Raiders. Up front, they will have Schreiber now in the lineup along with Montague and Brewer on the front line. Landry will serve and clears the net. Diving save by Wathen, set by Montague. They hit by Brewer.
Down. That'll be kill number 13, I believe, for Bree Brewer, senior hitter. Side out Raiders point. Raiders much needed. She'll step behind the line and serve for the Cobblers. Little jumper. It's a good one, handled by Nelson. Harvison has to track that set down. Rolled over by Richard. Brewer. Montague. Wathen. And that's turned away. Side out.
Strasser getting the congrats from her teammates with the block. Harbison also there. Cobblers up 9-6. So for the Cobblers, it'll be Strasser, Harbison, and Prudich on that front line. Prudich very quiet since that opening set. Cobblers still don't have a player in double-digit kills. The bump in the back row. Montague, free ball over. Nelson will bump it up front. Harbison with the set. There is the tap by Strasser. Wathen with the dig. Back row hit by Brewer. It's another winner for Brewer.
Raiders go back to their bread and butter and set the seniors. That time it pays off. Montague to Brewer from the 10-foot line, rolls it in the hole. Side out Raiders, point Raiders. Junior libero, Josie Williamson behind the line. She'll drive one off the net, handled nicely by Brozick. Harvison, good set. Prudich is up, but it's in the net. And point Raiders.
Cobblers have had no mojo at the net at all in the last 3 sets.
The double block is there that, just like a shot blocker in basketball, has to alter. Joe Williamson drives Saints back that time, but she handles it nicely. Prudich this time gets on top of the ball, kill, side out.
And that's what's been missing from the Cobbler offense in the last 3 sets. They just have not had a lot of what you call in-system setups for their hitters up front. Cobblers up by 2, though, here in set number 4, trying to even things up. Here comes Sains on the attack, into the net.
Unlucky there. That looked good and was going to be one of those kind of top spin lob serves, but it just spun a little bit too quick, hits the tape. And Montague, the junior setter, number 11, will just float one. Sains has to step back. Harvison handles it. Schartz, and a good kill attempt. Raiders try to keep it alive off Wathen, side out.
Yeah, they didn't really get the blocks up there, and Schartz, again, showing her power. For Schartz, that is kill number 7 now on the night. Brewer leading all players with 14 kills to go along with 3 aces. It'll be Harvison to serve for Rapid City Central. Brozick and Sains on that back row. Landry, Schartz, and Prudich on the front line for the Cobblers. Williamson with the bump. Montague with the set. Backside. Wathen goes right through the hands of Landry.
Yeah, good cross-court kill there by Wathen. The block was a little off the net. It didn't push their hands toward the net. Of course, they were called with hand extended, so they've got to be thinking about that. 1 point lead for the Cobblers. Sid squish Wathen with the jumper. It's a good one. Sains goes low to handle it. Harvison. Double approach. Landry rolls it over. Montague jump set. Brewer block. Turn back, but the Raiders there. Krause will give it a whack, and it falls in over the double block of Schartz. And Prudich falls down. Point Raiders. Sid squish Wathen, the senior. Has a good little running jumper and puts a floater down. This time Brozick handles it. Prudich just has to pass it. Rolled over by Brozick. Pushed by Williamson. Brewer set over the top. Off of the block. Off of the touch attempt of Brozick. May have gone out, but on those kill attempts, when they get top spin, you just don't know if they're going to fall in. Brozick forced to play it. 12-11 Raiders. Senior Sid squish Wathen. Little jumper. Pushes it way back. Sains handles it well. Harvison back set. Prudich off time but gets it over. Out of system Raiders, but out of system play, a great pass set over her head by Montague. How hard is that to do blind? Avery Krause, the athleticism allows her to hang, get the kill. 13-11 Raiders. Sid squish Wathen, number 3, the senior. Drives another short one, handled to Prudich nicely. Harvison, good set to Schartz. Turned back by Broderick. Reagan, the regulator Broderick at the net. Had a combo block, but that was solo. Double hands there. And the Raider timing on the block and movement has just improved from set 1. 14-11 Raiders. Sid squish Wathen drives one to Prudich. Harvison, good set. Schartz on top of that one, but it's out. Hard to see with the students in front of us. She drove it well. Great progression, great set, just wide. 15-11 behind the serving of Sid squish Wathen, the senior. This one drives Sains back to the line, has to play it. Brozick tries to track it down. It's out. Ace for Wathen and the Cobblers. That's 12 kills for her, 3 aces. 15 kills for Brewer, 3 aces. Cobblers take a timeout. You're watching Class AA Volleyball Rivalry Night, subscription free. Go Raiders Live, go Cobblers Live, liveticket.tv. We'll be right back.
Now that we're in the final quarter of the year, it's time to start thinking about the 2022 tax year. W-2s and 1099s are scheduled to be out in January, but don't worry, Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping Services has you covered. They stay on top of the ever-changing tax laws impacting small businesses and corporations. Jennifer Young's Bookkeeping has your best interests at heart. Don't wait until the last minute. Get a head start on your 2022 taxes. Call Jennifer Young or go to jenniferyoungsbookkeeping.com or find her on Facebook.
Do you ever
Raiders, 5-point lead. Coach New take a timeout, see if she can affect the serving of Sid Squish-Wathen. A good one, but handled. Free ball. Broderick. Montague jump set. Kraus off the top of the block touch. Out of bounds. Point Raiders. Sid Squish-Wathen, solid night. 12 kills, 3 aces, and has gone on a service run here to help catalyze the Raiders. Another good jumper. Drives Sains back again. Handled nicely. Harbison back set. In system and up. A bounce. Side out.
Kill by Prudich. Give the Cobblers a serve back, trailing by 5, 17-12. Set number 4. Cobblers won the first set convincingly. It's been all Raiders since then. Cobblers started off this set strong, but the Raiders have come back to take the 5-point lead. Brewer with the bump. The set, the hit, and that'll be out. The swing by Broderick. Couldn't find the sideline, and the Cobblers back to within 4 now. 13 serving 17. Aurora Prudich, one of the Cobbler tri-captains. Send it back row. Brewer, that'll be an ace. Brewer not able to get the pass, and nobody home on that far side. The Cobblers have pulled within 3 now. 14 serving 17. Prudich takes a look at the Raider defense. She will send it deep middle to Williamson, right at the net. The push, the bump, gets it over.
In the net.
In the net. Cobblers within a deuce now, 15-17. Josie Williamson moving in to the libero spot after that first set. Got tied up on that last one. They'll go at her again, middle back. Bumps up by Montague. Good save by Prudich. Harbison sets it up. Here comes Richard on the attack. Williamson digs it. Montague sets it. Back set. On the swing was Kraus. Good save by Harbison. Prudich pops it up. Richard will roll it over. Bump up by Brewer. Set to Brewer. Goes back court. Sains comes up. Harbison, Richard, block. Raiders.
Yeah, that time combo block of the Raiders, but Avery Aves Kraus turned her outside arm, her right arm in, and ball went straight down, Cobbler's side. 18-15, Broderick. This one to Sains, it goes off of Sains, pushed up, no up call. Wathen's there, Brewer with the kill attempt and down. That'll be number 16 for her. Great job there by Wathen to keep that one alive. Sophomore, number 2, Reagan, the regulator, Broderick. Walks up, does a little jumper, drives this one deep. Sains can't handle it. It goes into the minions. Raiders are the first to 20. They'll take a 5-point lead.
Raiders done a good job of varying where they're serving to as well. Deep and short.
Broderick, couple dribbles. Sophomore drives another one, handled nicely by Prudich. Harbison has to pass it overhead. Just tapped over. Mackenzie Mack attack to Brewer, kill! And Harbison did all she could just to keep that from her face.
Yeah, that's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, and that was just Bree Brewer, not the tallest hitter, but so athletic. She got on top of that one, and that hit that straight down. We're seeing some good volleyball here tonight. Broderick with that driver. She drives it back. Prudich handles it nicely. Harbison, good set. Sharks down. No, block. Double block. This time, Kraus and Mack attack Schreiber. Kraus, I think, with the inside arm, the left arm that time. The timing's there. Sends it straight down. 22-15. The sophomore, number 2, Reagan. Broderick drives another one in. Handled this time by Richard. Sharks. Long. Out. They're going to call a touch, side out to the Cobblers.
So Shards with a couple of powerful hits that have been blocked by the Raiders. Again, the Raiders dominating the nets. Cobblers trying to come back, trailing 2-1, 16 serving 22. Set up, there's Brewer again. Diving save by Prudich. Richard taps it over, bumped up by Montague. Bump pass, here comes Brewer, she'll roll it over. Prudich digs it in the back. Prudich have to free ball it over. Cobblers had to do that a lot these last 3 sets, and that's a hammer home.
That time the Raiders, you can tell they're feeling it, their confidence there, they're in system. That time they ran a double hit. Schreiber in the middle, Krause on the outside. Blockers had to separate, open the line wide open, and Avery Aves Krause, the bird, just hung and drove that one down the line. 23-16 Raiders. Good serve by Krause. Overpass kill by Brewer. And that'll credit her with kill 17. Set point, match point. Junior, number 5, Avery Aves Krause. Walks up to this one from the floor, drives a good serve. Sains is there, Harbison. Richard rolls into the block. Squish Wathen's there. Brewer, match. Fitting that Bree Brewer, the senior, number 10, finishes off rivalry night with a kill, making it her 18th. Raiders take set 4 and the match, 25-16, 3-1. Tom, it was exciting volleyball, fast pace, a lot of good rallies, but like you said, once the ball shifted, it never shifted back.
Yeah, the Raiders gathered themselves after the Cobblers dominated in that first set, 25-13 win. And Rapid City Stevens after that, they were clicking. Montague, what an outstanding night, setting Brewer and Wathen. 17 kills for Brewer, 12 for Wathen. And Brewer, I think, only had 1 kill in that first set. So she put together 16 in the next 3 sets. Wathen only had 2 in that first set. They both had 3 aces on the night. Those 2 really carried the night, but Montague set the table for them all night long with those beautiful sets.
And in team sports, one thing leads to another, and as we said in the outset, if the Raiders can win the serve pass battle and be in system, they're tough, even though they're not the tallest team. And the first set, they didn't do that, and it didn't look like Aspen Montague was having a great night setting. And it didn't look like the passing was getting there, but they cleaned that up. And when they did, they got their confidence. They did better job communicating and moving along the net laterally, just covering that net. And just, once that momentum went their way, just couldn't shift back. Cobblers had a few mini runs, started the 4th looking, oh, here we go. Uncle Mo's shifting over to the other side. But a strong rebound by the Raiders behind the serving of Sid Squish Wathen that went on that run and opened the gap there. And you're right. Who do you give a player of the match to? So many in a team win like that. But one unnoticed position that might have been a catalyst and a change, maybe a small part, was the libero change for the Raiders. Number 7, Josie Williamson, came in set 2, played all the other sets. And the Raiders seem to be just, like you said, woke up or back with it. Refocused is the term you use.
Yeah.
And what a great night of volleyball here at Carroll Higher. And I believe you will be back on the air for the Cobblers on the 10th and 11th?
11th and 12th. Mitchell and Huron will be in town. That's the next action up for...
the Raiders will have a hiatus before going into a tough part of their schedule with local game, and then they go to the Big East-West tournament where they face all the top East River teams in the ESD. And earlier you asked, why is there this big gap? And in the scheduling, you have so many years and then you rotate with opponents, and it's just one of those, when does it match up? And a lot of those, I believe the Pentagon tournament is coming, and a lot of those teams are unavailable because of that.
Okay.
And it's just got to line up the stars. Hopefully that gets cleaned up. And, if you got a good week of practice and then a couple days before a game, probably ideal for a break. But that long of a break, you got to really keep the kids engaged. And these coaches have been doing a great job. I'm sure they will.
Yeah. That'll
do it for us. You were following Rapid City Area Schools volleyball on rivalry night. Raiders end up taking this one 3-1 on subscription-free live streaming on GoRaidersLive.com, Go Cobblers Live, and you can find both channels on YouTube by searching Stevens Raiders or Central Cobblers. That'll do it for us. Thanks to Tyson our production specialists. We'll see you next time.